Okay, so here by saving the time we used the navbar component from the bootstrap. Now today we will see about how we can create some components and how we are reusing those components. Let us see. We know already the default component for this application will be this app component for now. So here this is the navbar. We copied and pasted from the bootstrap, and also this is the card section where we added some card to our site. I am removing this one for now. Saving, the card is removed. So now I want to make the components separate. For application, we have this one as a header component. We want to make this navbar as a header component. The header component will take care of the functionality about navbar and also this menu section. Everything the data is handled by the header component, and also the remaining part will be the home component, and also one footer section we want to create because a basic website layout will be header and body with the footer. Some all rights reservation text will be displayed, and also which year we are showing the website, like that. Some content will be in their footer. So how we can create a component and how we can reuse those components, let us see. So this is the terminal where our application is running. In this terminal we gave the command for the application to run ng serve or npm start. Both are equal because the npm start means the node will understand that in the package.json, the script will be npm start means ng serve. Even though you can give ng serve also, it will run the application ng serve. The application is going to run in the browser. Okay, let us wait. It is building. See, already we stopped the server. That's why we got the site can't be reached. Now the server is run. The server is running now, and again click on the refresh. So we got the application here. So now go to the next terminal. So make it this terminal available because the application is we have to make always running. If we want to change any changes in the files, or if we want to add any components, we want to make the terminal available always. So instead of stopping the server, we have to stop the server, just click on Control C. It will stop. Control C, it will stop the server. So to add the new terminal, here see in the terminal, click on the terminal section and see we have some plus icon here. Plus icon, when we click this plus icon, some new terminal will be opened to the linked directory. See here, this is the shopping cart. The same shopping cart folder will be opened in this terminal. So here we want to create one component. A reusable component is header component because we in future we have so many links and so many pages will be there. So the header component will be reusable because every page should contain the header component. Same component we have to reuse for every component, because if you want to redirect to any other page, the header component will be disappear. So I want to reuse this header component for every page. To create a component, we should use the command of the Angular ng. G means generate, ng generate component. Angular command, this is an Angular command followed by generate word and component. I want a header component. This is the user defined name. You can give any name, but we have to give some meaningful name. Ng generate component header and click on enter. It will directly go to the source folder and add those components in the app source folder, app folder. See here. So when you create any component, the header component will be added directly to the source under app folder when you give the ng generate component. If you want to create in separate folder, you have to open the separate folder in this terminal. So now when you generate a component, 4 files will be created. One is HTML spec.ts, a normal component.ts where we write logic, CSS where we write the styles. This spec file we don't need now. I want to make these file use in next future classes. So for now we don't learn about the testing part. Testing part we don't need. We are seeing about development. So I want to delete a spec file. I will also show you one other command. So for now I am deleting this one. Shift delete, enter. So I want to skip the test file. Whenever you create a component like this, always it will create 4 files. I don't want a spec file because it is belongs to the testing ng-gc. This is also a shorthand of the creating component ng-gc header. You can give like this. This is the shortcut to give component creation. Hyphen hyphen skip hyphen tests. When you give a command like this, it will skip the creation of the spec file. Okay, and click on the enter. Yeah, yeah, Swapna. Okay, do you need more sessions on JavaScript on weekends? The JavaScript for okay, okay. So for now we can continue with the JavaScript. Anything? Okay, okay, okay. So for today I will continue this class, right? So tomorrow you want me to teach about some JavaScript concepts? Okay, okay. So I think Malaysia, okay, recording is also there, right? No problem. He can see. Okay, today, okay, I have one idea. Today we will teach about how the flexes we are doing, Flexbox. Yeah, some CSS we will see how the flexbox is uh, performing through this application. Okay. Yeah, you will get some idea about CSS flex boxes, aligning some products in our application. Okay, so here we created the header component to reuse. So in the app.component.html, I want to remove the command code of this one, Control X, and I have to place in the navbar because we want the navbar section will be handled by the header component. Next. So now the header component is created. Go to the app.component.html. I want to inject the header component in this app.component.html because whenever we load our application, this app component.html will be loaded first. That's why we have to make everything reusable header component here. App header. See now the error is gone. It automatically binded. Okay. So to use the newly created header component in the app component file, we have to give the selector of the header component. See here, the selector for the header component, we have to use the HTML tag, whatever we give in the selector, app header. This is the selector for this component. When you use this selector name in the other components like this, the HTML of this component will be loaded in the section where we give this app header element. See here, the component selector will be app header. I am copying this one and I want to use in the app component.html. I want to give the element like a structure here. Now Control S and going to our application. See some error we are getting. It. So here, why it is not loading means we got some error in the header page, which is title. Title variable does not exist in the header component. Means it is checking for the title variable instead of a raw text. We give a variable here. So now in the header component.ts, we want to create a variable which is title the shopping cart and remove the title from the app component.ts. Previously, we are using the navbar in the app.component.html. In this HTML file, the title variable exists. That's why we created the title variable here. Now, no longer the navbar is existing here in the app component. So, in the header component, then the title will be handled. Okay. Now, let's run. Refresh. Now, see the shopping cart is loaded. Some braces, unused braces added. We have to check where it added. Some unused brace is added. Otherwise, let us inspect in the app root. app.component.html is clear. Navbar is also clear. Here it is getting. Let us comment this one. Some unused brace is added. Comment this one also. Now fine, right? No error is there. Let us add again header component. Use the header component. So now also there is no error. Okay. Let us enable the whole code. Control S. Let me refresh. Let me refresh again. Not showing. Maybe stop the server and run again. If you get any problem like this without error, sometimes it won't identify the changes and not reflecting in the browser. Okay, the server is started. Enter. Okay, the content is loaded now because we used the reusable component, header component in the separate file, the HTML. Try to rerun the application when you get some weird behavior. Okay, without errors. Okay, now the header component.html contain the separate HTML to reuse in every component. In the component.ts, we can declare the variables. For this header component, the selector will be in the app header. Is the app header. Selector will be app header. When you use the element name like this, we will directly get the template URL, and in the header component.html, the HTML will be loaded in the app.component.html because we use it the selector here. If we use the selector here of the header, we want to import the header components in the imports folder. Sorry, imports key. We want to name the header component in the imports because we are using the header component. Okay. If we create any other footer component, you want to use the footer selector here, app footer, like this. I'm saving now. See, one error we got. App footer is not a known element because we didn't created the app footer selector component. Okay. If you use this component like this, you have to import the components in the imports key in this component decorator. This is the decorator. At the rate symbol followed by the component means this is the decorator of the class. This is the decorator of the component app component class. So for this app component class, we have the component decorator with selector, imports, template URL, and style URL. Okay, for this app component, we have to bind some decorations like selector, imports, template URL, and style URL. So now the header component reused in the app component. So for now there is no footer. Okay, now we can create the body. Whatever the body we want to give, we can give in the header component below the header component. So now I will show you how the flex is working. How we can work with the flex boxes. Refresh. If you see any errors like that, you can just refresh. No problem. Okay. For the division, what we need first for our application, there is a one heading means one division we need to show a products heading for the products, which will be a head one shopping cart, otherwise products list, and also a division, which we have some products like a cards, some product cards. Okay, this is a division which is the card class is equal to cards section. Cards is equal to card section. This is the card class is equal to shopping SHP card, because the card in Bootstrap we have a card class, that's why it will override. So we don't want to use the Bootstrap cards. I want to use my own cards. Okay. So it is predicting that we have image, card content, something. Okay, I want everything like this. So let us see. The card is created like this. Okay, let we add some styles to the card to make look and feel better. So go to developer tools and try to add some styles to the card. So this is our card. Okay. So here you see this is the division of the card. So card section, division of the card. So for our card we need some background style, background color, ash, otherwise wheat. Okay, for now we choose this color and change. So this is better. The background color will be better. Okay, the width of the card will be fit content, means it will fit the wherever the it will fit the content, it will fit the division width with the content. Wherever the content exists, it will automatically uh, choose the width and it will bind. Okay, so here we added one heading here, H1 products. Where this heading it hided because of the navbar is the position fixed, means it will the z index is more. And also see here, whenever you fixed the top it is going to 0, right and left. The z index is 1030. When you give the z index 1030, means we have three axes in the web application. One is x-axis, means from horizontal. This is the x-axis from left to right. Left to right is the x-axis. The margin will work, margin left, margin right, everything will be worked in the x-axis when you give the styles margin left and right. So and also y-axis means top to bottom. We have two axes now, right? So this is the z-axis. Z-index means which element we have to show when you give the z-index value. See here, I am decreasing the z-index value. Now the background color I have to remove. See here, because of the background color, it hided. But the product is in the background of the shopping cart. If I increase the value of the z-index, the shopping will become first. So position fixed top 0 means it will hide the remaining elements. After this this position fixed element, it will hide the remaining elements. So better to make some better to make this division margin only top. I need margin top 60 px. Now see, it will come below some 60 px. We got the size of the header and gave margin top 60 px. It will come under 60 px below. Now the heading also visible 60 px. See here, this is the main division where we handle the heading and card section. So now come to the card section. Now come to the card section. What we gave previously, width will be fit content and background color will be which. Change the color, change the color. Okay, so we can identify easily where how much width the division is occupying because of the background color. Now we want some rounded card will be in the rounded, right? So border radius will take care of the 10 px. See here, the card is rounded up for up to 10 px. I am moving left of this section. I am moving the card section to the left. So for the sharp card, this is the card section, not a card. Control X, Control C, Control C. For this one, we have to add. Okay, that is the card section, main division. What we are seeing. Remove this. Okay, so this is the shop card. For this one, we have to do. This is the card section where multiple cards we add. Okay, so fit width will be fit content, background color, and border radius is 10 px. For this card section, padding left will be some 20 px, top 20 px, right 0 px, right also we need to some 20 px, bottom also, bottom we don't need, we are not using bottom any elements. We got top, right, bottom, right? Okay, this is the left. We don't need bottom. Okay, we don't need bottom padding anything. So now the product is moved to some added some spaces. Okay, in the ship card, this is a ship card. We need some padding inside of it. Padding. Okay, later we will do. Okay, now we want to give one image here for the product. Do we have any images? So remove this folder, remove this assets to folder and give under app better or in source. Okay, in the source file we have assets. Now try to find flower .jpg. Let us see, the image is loaded. Some error is getting okay, http localhost 4200 flower.jpg. Go to angular.json. Add assets also here like this, src slash assets, save like this. So some weird behavior we are seeing, we want to again rerun the application. Let me create multiple cards for now. So this angular.json means here in the assets folder you have to give src slash assets. So wherever we see all the images in the assets folder, we have to mention in the assets folder. It will take care of the uh, what are the images and everything will exist. It will tell that the Angular, this is the folder where the files are exist to use in the application. So see, now the image is loaded. So make sure that give here src slash assets and then use those in the component. So now go to the app component and in the app.html we give the cards a ship card. For the ship card we have to add the class and card section we have to add the class in this app component.css. First for the card section we give padding top 20 pixel, right 20 pixel, bottom 0 pixel, left 20 px. And for ship card, what is the name for that one? SHP card. And for the SHP card, we added style width will be fit content to fit the size width of the card with the content. And the next, what will be there after width? Background color will be some antique white like this, some color like this. Okay. Border radius means the edges of the card we have to show border radius. The edge of the card we have to show in some rounded way. The border radius will be some little bit rounded. When you give the 50 px or when you give 50%, it will be in the rounded way. Let us inspect in the developer tools. Border radius will be like this. And save. Let us go to the browser. What are the styles applied? Just a refresh. See, unexpected expression of border radius. Everything is fine, right? Okay. Now see, the card is in some alignment with the image and product 1, product 10, add cart. Okay. The padding is not added for the card section. Why? We check card content. What is the card content? Product, ship card section. Okay. For the cards section, I think there is a mistake in the naming. For the cards section, now see, the image is below. The heading also in it is hiding behind the nav bar. We want to give the heading part here. This is the main division of the body. Okay. In the HTML, this is the main division where we are giving all the content. Class is equal to body container. Okay. So this is the body container. Control C. In the CSS, you give body container. Padding top or margin top you will give. Margin top 60 px. So it will come under below 60 px. So no hidden text will be behind the navbar now. Okay. So now the border radius is this edge, below edge is rounded. This edge is also rounded, but the image is also not rounded. We have to make the image also rounded here. Make image rounded. For the image, add the class is equal to image card. Okay, I want to add img card. The border radius will be 10 px. So now see, when you give the border radius 10 px, the whole section will get the 10 px rounded edges. But we want the image only top left and right border radius. See here what happened. The border is disappearing. Some weird behavior is doing here. Control S. Control S. Now see, when you give the image the border radius 10 px, the edges of the image top and left below also like this. I don't want below left and below right, not edges, just a normal rectangular edges. In the top only, I want to make the image border radius rounded because it's the card will look and feel good. So this is the 10 px, top left 10 px, top right 0 px, and left edge will be bottom left edge will be 0 px and 0 px. Bottom left and right is 0 px. This is the top left, this is the top right. Now the border radius is only fixed to the top section, so this will be good to look the card. Let us give in the border radius. I am saving like this. Now we got some card section look and feel is good. Let make some different cards. app.component.html. So this is the card, chip card we want to copy. In the cards section, we have multiple cards. What happened? So, okay. See how many cards we have now? Some 3 cards. Again, add some more. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cards are there. Reusable styles. So we have 4 cards. Let us make them available side by side. So where these are all the cards available in the section means this is the card section where we are showing all the cards. This is one card, this is second card, this is third card, this is fourth card. This is the main section. So to make the main section display the every card in the side by side, this section will take a handle. So for this section, click on this section and go to the element dot style. Okay, click on this one. When you give display flex, we already learned about display flex means which show the elements side by side. Display flex, see the cards are aligned in the a good manner in the side by side. Okay, we need some gap between the products. So whenever you give the display flex, the property will be enabled like gap. The gap property is enabled. Without display flex, the gap shouldn't work because it is not a, because gap is a flex property. So the gap should be 10 px. The cards is the cards are separated by the space, some 10 px space, 10 pixel. See 10 pixel, some 10 pixels space. Otherwise, you will give one REM. One REM means the default font size. It will take one REM means 16 px. It will give the default one. One REM means. Let us see what is REM. REM in CSS. See here, REM units and EM units we have. What is REM means? Relative to the root font size. The size remains consistent throughout the document. Okay, because uh, for suppose when we use the mobile, when we use the application in the mobile, some different font size you will see. When you use the different big size of the big size resolution computer, you see some resolution of the browser. So what is REM means, the default font size it will take. For suppose, for every application in the browser, the content you are seeing, the default font size will be 16 px. The default font size is 16 px. So here you are seeing some less pixel, here you are seeing some little bit more, here the content is more. This is the user normally give the font size, increased font size or decreased font size, but browser defaultly set the font without, whenever you give any font size value, the browser defaultly set the font size, that is 16 px or 14 px, that is the default font size. When you use one rem means, it will consider as a 16 px, default font size will be 16 px. Okay, same em also like that only, relative to the font size of the parent element. Parent element means the where the element, the parent element means the hierarchy, the top of the hierarchy of the element. This can lead to cascading effects where nested elements become larger or smaller based on the parent's font size. Some parent elements are also there. Here in this component, what is the parent element? So card section is the parent element for the cards. SHP card section is the parent element like this. So we don't use EM now. When I am using one REM means, the default font size will be 16 px for the browser, so it will use 16 px. If I give 2 rem, whenever I give 2 rem, 16 into 2, whenever 3 rem, 16 into 4, whenever I give 4, 16 into 4, like that. 1 rem I am giving. Try to avoid maximum pixels when you are giving some gap between these and font sizes, everything. Try to avoid pixels. Try to give rems. So gap will be 1 rem. The default font size it will read and give the size to the gap. And next, some more right space is added. Mm, I want to grow this flex. So here, whenever see here. So now, up to now, you thought you learned about how you can align the elements by giving default to flex and gap. So I want to make, see here, it is not a good way because the products are not, this is hidden somewhere. Whenever the website is in some more big size, see, it is hiding. Whenever the browser size is less, it is creating some overlap here. I want to make the products visible whenever the screen is also shorter. So this is a responsive design, means responsive means it will respond to the different sizes of the screen. This is called the responsive design. So now the cards are responding to the resolution. To make cards responsive to the resolution based on the flex box, we need to make a flex wrap. Wrap means it will understand the resolution is changing and I have to set the elements inside of the resolution. So there is a property for the flex wrap. Okay, let us check again. See here, whenever you change the size of the resolution, the flex box will understand that it is getting closer the resolution and I have to align and visible to the card also to the user. Now see, when you give the flex of wrap, it wrapped the content. Now see here, it is aligned like this. And again get closure. Now the elements are aligned in the some manner. So like this we can make responsive our flexbox. When giving flexible wrap means it will identify the resolution of the cards. Okay. And next what we will see, and go to this one like this. In the mobile view also we can visible like this. Now go to the mobile view, iPhone SE. Here you can check how our website is looking in the mobile also. When you click on the responsive, you can check in the different resolutions. You can check different resolutions like this. So if you want to check the mobile, you can choose anything here. It is not clicking because of recording sections. See here, iPhone XR. So many devices are available to check how it is looking in the mobiles. Samsung Galaxy 8. So in the Samsung Galaxy, our view will be like this. Not only designing for the desktop, we will design, the design will be available to every devices. So from where we can design like that our website. Okay. So like this we can make a response our flexbox using the flex wrap text wrap. Next, uh, justify content space evenly, space between also good. So when you give space between means you don't need a gap because it will add automatically the gap between them. No need to give the gap. Space evenly is the better one, I think. Okay, let it be space between. See, when you come closer to the cards, it is getting closure. Then it is making responsive. So when you give the gap on REM, then it will go to the. It will not come much closer. When it reaches the gap, it will come under. Okay, let it be a gap. If you don't give the gap, it will come nearly to the card. See, it is coming near, and then wrapping. That is not some good idea. Just give the gap and try to make response of the website. Now it is good. Okay. Now the cards are aligned in some good manner. Try to add some more cards. How it is displaying. Try to add. I want to add some more cards. I add some more cards. So let us give such styles here for the ship card, not the ship card. For the card section, SCSS for the card section. Already we gave the class. Display flex to show the elements side by side. Justify content will be space between flex wrap gap will be 20 px, no 10 px or 20 px is better. Okay, 20 px. Okay, now see here. So I don't want to look some it is aligned perfectly, but see here some more gaps are between them. So I want to make the justify content left only, flex flex start only. Justify content will be delete flex start అంటే flex starting లోకి రావాలి elements అని. So now the elements are aligned left. Now our website is responsive throughout any resolution. See, now the website is responsive toward the any resolution. Okay, this is better looking. So maximum we can use these properties only, the flexbox, to align our products here like this. Let us check in mobile view also. So here in mobile view also the elements are aligned. Align items center, or in mobile view it is not viewing some. I want to align in the middle of the division. Make the cards section this one. Make this one